another list. We're 59 days away from the start of the NFL season. We'll do the
Can you
lunch
believe
rush.
that? We started at 100, Carm.
Man.
We started at 100, right? We did.
Maybe just shy of it. Yeah.
No,
we were
no,
definitely
no.
in the
We started at 100
days.
Did we
Yeah, we started at 100. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right on 100. We're down to 59.
Oh, yeah.
We'll crosstalk a little bit later with Waddle and Jesse. Sylvie's out in Italy. Oh, I'm jealous.
Sylvie's in Italy?
So he's out this week.
Beautiful.
Jesse's in with Waddle today. We'll
Great.
crosstalk with the guys at 2:30. Black is here. Jack McGrath is here. Abdallah was in earlier today. We got White Sox and Twins tonight. We'll get to baseball a little bit later. Adam Schefter on with Jen, Gabe, and Chewy earlier today. Our sister station, our teammates, our partners up at Good Karma in Wisconsin. This is Adam Schefter talking about the first rounders, specifically Caleb and Roma Odunze, not signing their first round, their contracts, their first round contracts just yet.
They have made it such that these rookie deals are formalities. But Caleb Williams really wants to kind of do his own thing, break the system, try to do things that are atypical. And so that wouldn't surprise me, if his situation lingered a little bit longer than most of these rookie situations that should be, in this day and age, just formalities. Roma Odunze, that'll get done. And it used to be, the Bears did change their front office quite a bit, but the Bears would have their draft picks on the week after the draft. And now these guys are unsigned, but it won't be long, I would imagine, before they have their deals done.
All right, so he says it wouldn't be long before they have their deals done, I would imagine, especially the Odunze one. Is there anything concerning to you about this beginning part?
They have made it such that these rookie deals are formalities. But Caleb Williams really wants to kind of do his own thing, break the system, try to do things that are atypical. And so that wouldn't surprise me, if his situation lingered a little bit longer.
Do something atypical, break the system. I guess he could want all that, and at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Once he signs. But I don't know. Hearing it, I'm like, he wants to do something different, atypical, and break the system. There's no breaking the system.
Yeah, the system's in place.
Sign your first-round contract, go play.
Well, no, your system's been negotiated by the people that were in charge of negotiating the deal.
Right.
Now, you come into the league with the system that's in place. Now, I understand if he doesn't want offset language in there. I understand if he wants to try to do something else. But the amount of years that are going to be there, we know. There's going to be the fifth-year option. You pretty much kind of know exactly how much money is going to be in there, say plus 10%. So not a lot of complications.
Yeah, none of this I don't want to ever be franchised. And maybe you're so good it doesn't matter. You don't even get to that point.
There's also a players pool for the rookies that come in. If you play more than, a rookie, that you'll be eligible to get that rookie pool. Could be $100,000. It could be $2, $3, $4 million. So there's also that pool that's available to players. Does it concern me? No.
Okay.
Why? Because you're a rookie in the NFL. And the old days of holding out and wanting so many more millions of dollars at the beginning has, for one reason or another, been eliminated. It's gone.
It very much is gone.
Yeah, you know what you're going to make. Talk to your people, talk to your advisors, and say, hey, what is it that we're looking for that we want to be different than everybody else? And then we'll see if the Bulls want to, the Bears want to entertain them. That's in essence. Does Ryan Poles want to entertain
They're
them?
not going to change the structure of this,
Okay.
right?
Do they want to entertain him? Do they want to pacify him? Do they want to massage his shoulders? Hey, we'll see. Maybe the Bears will. Maybe the Bears won't. But here it is. Sign it and let's go to work.
5 first-round picks remain unsigned. They are Caleb Williams, Roma Odunze, J.J. McCarthy, Dallas Turner, and Amarius Mims. So 4 of the players are on 2 teams. There are 2 Bears and 2 Vikings. And help me right now, where did Mims land? I can't think off the top of my head.
I have no idea.
I'm blanking. I'll look. Wait, give me a minute.
Rookie player, Mims. Was he an offensive lineman?
He's an
or a
offensive
defensive
tackle.
lineman?
The kid from Georgia. Hold on. Bengals. Okay, so it's the Bears, the Vikings, and the Bengals. That's it.
I'm sure
27 of the 32 first-round picks have signed.
I'm sure Joe Burrow, right, would love to see that youngster back in camp so he can get protected the way he needs to be protected. Joe Burrow sitting there talking about how he wants to be able to come back. People have forgotten about him. When you don't play, people do forget about you. That makes a lot of sense. So I'm sure they want him back. Are they represented? And I know Caleb doesn't have representation.
He does not.
Are they represented by some troublemakers, in the league? Who's Rome represented by? Are they the same people that represent anybody else? So it's just common practice with the people that are doing the representing. Would be the other area that I would look, but it's not a big deal. Guys are going to sign. Guys are going to go to camp. This is only a story until they start playing football. Then it's not a story anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is the time of the year for this kind of story.
Okay.
That's it. This is the time of the year.
So nothing to be worried about. Nothing to see here. No concern.
Not for me. There's nothing to see here. Other people who are nervous Nellies and have upset stomachs all the time, this might be a problem for them, but it's not a problem for me.
Yeah, I just no matter what Caleb wants to do, you hold zero cards.
Right.
If
When
you're
you're
a
ready
rookie
to
player.
sign,
Zero.
sign. The only thing you can do is hold back your services, which is great. You can do that and say, well, I'm not going to play for whatever you guys are going to do. I want this change. I want this change. And the team could say, okay, you don't have to play.
Right.
We're going to move on without you from now. And when you're ready to play, come sign your contract.
Like that. There's no bargaining power on the side of the player, on the side of the rookie player, right? None. Like literally zero.
His only leverage is withholding his services.
Right, and nobody's going to do that.
Right.
No rookie's going to
Well, you
conceivably
don't
do that.
want to do that. Theoretically, he's got money. He's not hurting for money, right? His NIL was a lucrative
10 million
one.
or so, right?
So it's not like he's desperate for a signing bonus or anything.
I guess that's
he
true,
can
but
be a little bit patient.
I guess that's true. But this also is like this.
This sets up your big money deal.
Right.
This is what this does. This is going to, nothing that you make now is going to be anything. It's going to be a small portion of what you're going to make once you establish yourself as a dominant quarterback in the league.
Yeah.
Look at Joe Burrow. Look at these guys that have signed these contracts. Big money.
Look at Mahomes. Look at Herbert. Look at Burrow. Look at Allen.
Not some of the best quarterbacks in the NFL have signed some big money deals.
Yeah. Think about the guys that beat, like free agency or that franchise tag, though. Where it's like you're kind of good. Like Washington originally with Cousins, right? Cousins was never good enough to get him a Mahomes deal prior to the expiration of his rookie contract. He was never as good as Joe Burrow or Justin Herbert to get the big extension, right? You're prior,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
And they hated him in Washington.
But they ended up franchising him twice, or even was it 3 times? I don't even remember. It was whatever it was. It was silly.
But they were never going to commit long-term dollars.
And so that's what I'm saying. Like if you want to beat it, you can by being great. Like you said, you can be Burrow, you can be Mahomes, you can be Allen, you could be. I guess Lamar had to get to free agency, right? Because they toyed for a second there with franchising him, right? Because did he play the first? I'm trying to remember. Could Lamar have been in the league that long already? Was last year his 5th year in the league?
Lamar Jackson.
Wow.
Carmen, I can tell you exactly how long he's played in this league of ours.
But Herbert, those guys beat it all. They got the big contracts before they had to deal with that. Like, if you're good enough, you can do that.
I got to get his career breakdown.
But it does set up exactly what you talk about. Like, and that's why the idea, whether you have NIL money or not, like
7
delaying
years.
your accrued seasons and delaying the ability to get to free agency when you're a first-round pick just seems silly. God, it's been 7 years
This will be
already.
his 7th year.
Isn't that
this year,
crazy?
2024.
So he did kind of go all the way to the
As
end.
I count on my fingers.
So he did go to the end.
Yes.
So,
And then
Carmen,
they
if we
paid him.
push it forward, what you pointed out in the Schefter piece, which caught my ear too, is that he wants to break the way they do things. So is the concern not necessarily this contract because it is set in place, but it's more if he is successful, that second contract, he is going to, A, want to be the highest paid player in football, and then B, he's going to want something that sets him apart from everyone else because he wants to break the mold. Is that the concern? Like right now, short term, not the concern.
Right.
He's got to play well. That's number one.
Mm-hmm.
But then at that point, it seems like he's going to want to try and create his own path type of thing.
And what is that? The whole ownership thing? Or
Who knows,
I mean,
right?
who knows? And I guess if he's
good
so
luck.
good that that's even in the conversation, I guess so be it. Cross
luck.
that bridge when you get there.
Good luck.
I kind of agree with Jurko. Like, good luck.
Yeah.
Now, could he be, if he's great, could he be the highest paid player in 4 years? Of course.
There was a list.
Could be.
There was a list that came out today of the richest owners in the league. Do you know where
In the NFL?
Yeah, in the NFL. You know where the Bears ranked?
I did not see this. Now, if I had to guess,
29th or 30th.
Okay, because
and
they're in-
Virginia McCaskill's 1.3 million. 32nd team is the Green Bay Packers because they got a limited amount, and there's really nobody that benefits. The owner is the people. Right?
Yeah.
The Green Bay Packers are the state's team. That's who
Right.
they are. So they're 32nd because you can't get the amount of money. You don't know who the owner is. There's no one individual to put a value on that. So
It
the
is weird
Packers are
with the Packers,
32nd.
like-
The Bears, Cincinnati Bengals are down there.
Of course.
Right?
Because all the old families.
All the old families,
Yeah.
Rooney, they're all
Rooney,
down there.
Yes, all the
right?
old families.
Their money and their wealth now consists of their NFL franchise. It doesn't consist because they've done something. They didn't come from Microsoft. They're not part of a hedge fund. They're not this and they're not that. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So that's where they're at. That's why they'll never get ownership of the Chicago Bears. Doesn't matter how good Caleb Williams is. There will never be a 1% piece of the pie for him in an ownership group of the Chicago Bears.
Where do the profits of the Packers go?
Back into the team.
That's it?
That's it.
You know, I'm sure Murphy gets paid handsomely.
He does.
Obviously. And
Well,
a bunch
I mean,
of,
those aren't profits, though. Those are expenses.
yeah, those are expenses, I guess.
Everybody,
That's true.
all those are expensive.
That's a good
Everything
point.
is
He's drawing a
expenses. Remember that,
salary,
yeah.
right, off of.
You got gross profits and
Yeah.
you've got net profits. Where do your net profits go?
Where do they go?
They go back into the team.
And if they sold, where would that money go to?
The first, they're never going to sell. If they ever disband, the NFL goes bankrupt, and it's not. It goes back to like the American Legion. The American Legion is theoretically, and I got that in quotations, theoretically, the largest stakeholder in the Green Bay Packers.
No kidding.
Now, I put that in quotations for a reason.
Right. Their whole structure still fascinates me.
Yeah.
It's like something like, where are their gross profits going? And they're back into the team. I mean, but how so? You're only
'Cause I have
spending to a certain amount anyway.
I have a
on your-
feeling Herb Cole and or Miller Lite might have had a little piece of something back
Maybe?
in the yeah, you don't know. But that's all I'm saying. It's supposed to go to the American
so
Legion.
weird how that is.
I asked
All
the
right.
question. If something ever happened, what would happen? American Legion. with
Is
the
that
team.
right?
Yep.
All right. Does anything from what Schefter said earlier today? Did it perk you up a little bit and go, I don't like the sound of that, or it's July 8th. It's no biggie. 5 first-round picks remain unsigned. 2 on the Bears, 2 on the Vikings, and 1 on the Bengals. It's Caleb, it's Odunze, it's J.J. McCarthy, Dallas Turner, and Amarius Mims. 312-332-3776. It's Carmen in New York. We'll be right back.